Hi there. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a way that I use digital interactive escape rooms in my classroom using Google Slides and Google Forms. So the first thing you're going to want to do if you want to create a digital escape room for your students is to create a clue slide. This is where you're going to put the content and questions that your students are going to answer. The number of questions per slide will change due to the ability of your students. So I teach second grade, so I put about 4 questions per slide. If you teach a younger grade, you might want to do less questions, but I do suggest that you do at least 2 questions per slide so that they have a clue word to come up with. Each question is multiple choice, and each answer corresponds to a letter. So before you start creating your clue slides, you're going to want to decide on the words you're going to use. So I use the word cool. You're going to want to decide these words ahead of time because you're going to use the letters as the corresponding letters to the correct answers. So I have used the letters of cool with the correct answers, and then the other letters I fill in with just random letters. Once the students have solved all the questions, they are going to come up with their secret word or their secret clue word, and then they're going to add this clue word into the decoder, which is a Google form. I'm going to show you what that looks like now. So here is the Google form in its editing view. This is what the teacher is going to be working on, and then I'm going to later show you what the student side of this would look like. So you're going to create a new section for each clue or clue slide or secret code that you've created. So if you had 8 clue slides, then you're going to want to create 8 sections or 9 sections if you want to have a celebration section at the end. So for this level 1, I created this image and I added that. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. And then you're going to create a question where they will type in their secret code. So let's go ahead and create the sections. In this Google form for the practice, I'm going to create 3 different sections. A new section by using this button here that says add section. And then that will add another section. We're going to call this section level 2. I'm then going to add in a similar image to the one I have up here by clicking Add Image. There are lots of ways to customize your Google Form, so you can play around with these different options. This is just one way to do it. After I've added in my image, I'm going to add in another question, and that is where I'm going to place they're going to be placing their secret code. So I'm just going to type in secret code, and you want to make sure you add in directions for how they are to type in their secret code, because if they do not match it exactly as you have typed it, it will not work. So I always put lowercase letters and no spaces. You are then going to go over here to these 3 dots and add in response validation. This is where the magic happens because you are able to add in a clue word that they have to match exactly for them to move on to the next level. So let's say that in level 2, they've answered all the questions and the secret code was year. I'm then also going to put an error message. So if they type the word incorrectly or they've made a mistake, they will get this error message and they will go back and find their mistake. I'm then going to add in one more section. Okay, so this is going to be section 3, and I'm going to just say, use this as my celebration. So you did it. I always like to add in something fun for them at the end once they've finished their escape room. So I'm going to add in a quick YouTube video with a song. Once I've chosen the video, I just select that video and add it in. So I'm going to show you from the point of view of a student what they would see when they get this Google form. So as you can see, they only see one level at a time, and then they can go ahead and type in their answer to the secret code, and they can press next, which will take them to the next level. Now, if they type it incorrectly, let's say they mix up their letters in here, it will give them that try again message. So they fix their work and they move on to the next level. And then finally, when they get to the end, they have their song to celebrate. So how would I use this Google Escape Room in my classroom? Well, if I was teaching virtually, then I would share both the Google Slides and the Google form as a link with my students. So I might share the Google Slides via Google Classroom, Seesaw, or another platform. And then I would copy the link from that Google form and send it to my students as well for their decoder. If I was doing an in-person in the classroom, or maybe my students were working in groups, I might print out the Google Slides or the PowerPoint slides with the clues on them so they can solve them pencil and paper, and then they would have an iPad or a computer set up where they could go and input the secret code to move to the next level. So this was a really simple explanation of creating a simple escape room. There are lots of ways to customize it to make it more challenging for your students if need be, or make it more simplified for your students if need be. So I hope this was helpful, and thank you for watching.